It's Perp, back with another video. Just got done watching episode 7 of Cruel Summer. Hopefully that this is the only season that we get, because I really don't see how they can draw this out for multiple seasons. If they do, this series is in critical trouble. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at PerpMinder420. So this is the birthday episode for Kate Wallace's character. You know, a lot of things in this episode with, dealing with her mother, down to the conversation she has with her sister, and how her and Mallory first started kind of hanging out, and how that kind of came about. And we get more details on a lot of different things, but we get a lot of things that kind of change this whole entire story. And I'm curious to get y'all's thoughts on this episode and how you feel about Kate's character now that we know what we know up until this point. Are you still with Kate, or are you starting to lean more towards Jeanette? I'll tell you straight up, I'm still on Team Kate. Jeanette's still a weirdo to me. It's just her whole behavior and everything is unacceptable. They both have a lot of flaws and have made mistakes, but I don't know. I still like Kate more as a character, and this stuff in this episode doesn't look good on Kate's character as well. So throughout this whole episode, you have drama between Kate and her mother, because her mother wants her to go on this talk show to kind of just expose everything. And, you really start to see that her and her mother were a lot closer, and something happened, and you could tell that her mother is not completely evil. She wants the best for Kate, but she also wants the best for herself, and a lot of her selfishness gets exposed as well throughout this whole entire episode. So then we get another scene of Mallory and Kate. Kate's going through these tapes, her therapy tapes. We still don't know who Annabelle is, and I'm wondering if Annabelle is a character that she created herself when she was at Martin's house. Because I don't know if that's a thing where if a traumatic experience happens to a person that, it kind of creates this split personality or something like that. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about that and your theories on who Annabelle could be. We start to see the decline of Jamie's character and why, he kind of became this alcoholic. He expresses his love for Kate and wants to give her this promise ring. And I like that conversation he had between with him and Kate's father. That was really dope. But you kind of start to see the beginnings of that, and how Kate really doesn't really like that, and starts to kind of disassociate herself from Jamie in a way. Back to Kate and Mallory, they're starting to get really close, and every time that Mallory is around, Kate can just be herself, be happy, smile. So this is when Ashley comes into the room, and then they all kind of decide, hey, let's have a movie night. Let's all just chill out, relax. They go to the video store. Vincent's there. Vincent kind of looks at Mallory weird, like, why are you chilling with Kate? This kind of looks weird. It looks like you're just kind of switching sides. But as they're watching this movie, something triggers Kate really bad, to the point where they have to kind of stop the movie, and we cut to a completely different scene of there being breaking news of another girl that comes forward that has gone through the similar things of what Kate has with Martin. And she uses some weird choices of words to kind of almost defend Martin, but also saying that is false. No way. She's just looking for clout in a way. I know clout wasn't a thing back in the 90s, but that's very interesting, because that now kind of makes you look at Kate in a different light. Jumping to 95, where, Mallory has this new job now, and to make Kate feel better about herself and just kind of cheer her up, they kind of spend the time or the day in this skating ring by themselves, and Kate is just having the time of her life. She's smiling, she's being her normal self, and that's what I like about Mallory's character. She could bring out the best in people, but I'm wondering how she's going to take all of this in, because I feel like she knows that Kate is lying, but she just wants to just be there for her. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. Now, this is where things get really interesting. So we have this scene of Kate, trying to deal with a drunk Jamie. Jamie goes to go piss on Martin's lawn, which makes Martin come out, and Martin, offers to give each of them a ride. And this is where Kate honestly starts to flirt with Martin, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Because I thought Martin was the bad guy here. And that's a huge theme in this. But we get a huge bombshell that Kate drops on her father about her mother cheating or kissing, having an affair with another dude. And that causes a complete rift between these two characters and leads Kate's father having to check Kate's mother, saying like, look, just because we're not related by blood, that's still my daughter. I have a say on this as well. Really interesting stuff here. Then we get a scene of Mallory digging through some garbage and comes across this printer, and something's jammed in it, and it's that letter or that message saying liar. And we come to find out that Kate's mom manipulated that whole scenario, which is really fucked up, because she did that because she wanted her to kind of be focused on this case, and this is not what Kate wanted at all. So things are starting to fall apart for Kate, as we have this scene of Jeanette's brother, clapping Kate's sister's cheeks, but then he also comes across the conversation that Kate and her have been having online, and that, my friends, is back in the 90s, man. Even it's crazy, people still are getting exposed. So that whole conversation really changes everything. Now it cuts back to Kate and her mother kind of having this conversation and argument, I should say, which leads Kate to leave the house, where she goes to Martin's house for sympathy and all that. So she pretty much went there willingly, but what happened at the house, things could have went left. We still don't know exactly what went on. She could have stayed there, felt comfortable, but then things could have went left, and Martin kind of starts to feel a little bit too controlling, and I don't know, man. This is a lot of interesting things that are going on. I think this was a solid episode. You have Jeanette's brother giving Jeanette the messages and stuff, so that's how the episode ends, and it ends with Kate showing up at Martin's house. So what does that mean to you? Like I said, does this change things, how you look at Kate's character? Do you kind of look at her a different way? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below about this episode, man. If I missed anything, let me know. Till next time, I'm out.